Hello then, welcome to a quick update video by LNERFan4472. This video is going to revolve around Flying Scotsman's current condition, because I see many people on YouTube asking questions about her current state, because frankly the National Rail Museum just isn't releasing any information on her progress whatsoever. They've given the odd update every once in a while on their YouTube channel, and I've been following Flying Scotsman on Twitter for some time now, and there's hardly been any updates. The only update I've ever seen and I can actually remember is the one regarding the Olympic flame, which she's no longer carrying, which is quite surprising because she has been undergoing an overhaul for 6 years. Anyway, let's get on to the main subject of this video. Okay, let's start from back to front, shall we? Let's start off with the tender. The tender is the standard affair. The tender is in mint condition. The tender is all nearly brand new. Some of the parts are original. Obviously not all the mechanical parts. All the mechanical parts such as the wheels and the axles, they have all been replaced, and the tender is in absolutely perfect condition. Okay, let's move from back to front of the actual locomotive. Now the cab is actually no, it's not fan. There's quite a lot of work that needs to be done in there. Most of the controls are not in place. The seats are out of place. Part of her roof is missing. Of the cab roof is missing, and various other bits and pieces which I don't know about, which are situated in the cab, are not there. So there's that to do. Now, one of the most vital components is the firebox, and the firebox is absolutely fine. It's in absolutely mint condition. That's ready to go, and that's fine. And the wheel under the firebox that supports the firebox, that's absolutely fine. That's in mint condition. That's also ready to go. And now we move on to the boiler. Now the boiler is fine. She does have a certificate. The boiler passed its test back in 2010, and she's ready to go. But if we keep moving forward, then everything is fine, because the rest of it is just the boiler. And if we move down to the lower half of the locomotive, that's when the problems start to emerge, because back in July 2011, when she was first unveiled for the first time after 5 years after being in the works, they discovered that they found cracks in the horn blocks and various other problems that needed to be addressed. Obviously, most of it was brand new, so it was obvious she was going to have teething problems. I wasn't expecting a flawless return from her. But no, the horn blocks, that was quite a serious issue. That had to be addressed before she started mainline operations, because otherwise it would break every health and safety rule known to man. She would basically just fall apart if that problem was not addressed. And the last thing is, of course, the driving wheels and the pony truck, which is just below the front of the boiler. All of those are fine, and most of the other people thinking, if you've been to Railfest, you'll see that her coupling rods were missing. They were missing because they were just being finished off. I can't remember exactly where, but they are nearing completion, and they will be going back on sometime in the late year, where she's actually due to be back on the mainline. Speaking of mainline operations, I was talking to the very kind person who was in charge of her that day, and who was just sat next to her and just, you know, telling people this and that. And they hope for her to start her mainline operations sometime late this year. But I doubt that'll happen, because at first glance it doesn't look like there's much work apart from the coupling rods, but if you look inside the cab you'll see there's lots of technical things that still need to be resolved. So yep, that concludes the Flying Scotsman update.